Top 10 Ancient Creature. Species with intimidating appearances belong to a particular club in the extinct animal world. Both the predator and the prey altered their physical characteristics to interesting effect in an effort to catch a meal or avoid becoming one. Ancient animals were masters of survival, from predators unlike anything seen now to herbivores with a taste for meat to whales with fangs. Recent discoveries of fossils have also solved the enigma of an unusual, if horrifying, shark and revealed undiscovered predators that terrorized the prehistoric world. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell symbol for more wonderful videos. Number 10. Kraken. A gigantic sea monster known as the kraken is rumored to frequent the waters off the Norwegian coast. The kraken was first mentioned in the modern era at the turn of the 18th century in a travelogue by Francesco Negri. The kraken is the topic of sailors' superstitions and mythos. Egede characterized the kraken as a multi-headed, clawed beast and claimed it was comparable to the Icelandic Hafgufa, but the latter is typically thought of as a fantastic whale. According to legend, the kraken has several arms, and Erik Pontoppidan, 1753, who popularized the creature, speculated that it might be a big starfish, polypus, or sea crab. Still, the bishop is thought to have been essential in igniting curiosity for the kraken in the English-speaking world, as well as becoming known as the authority on sea serpents and krakens. Number 9. Grendel. A character in the Anglo-Saxon epic poem Beowulf is named Grendel. Along with his mother and the dragon, he is one of the poem's 3 villains who are all allied against the hero Beowulf. Except for Beowulf, everyone in Heorot fears Grendel. Grendel, a Cain ancestor, is called a creature of darkness, exiled from bliss and accursed of God, the destroyer and devourer of our human race in the poem. He is frequently portrayed as a monster or a giant, although the poem is ambiguous on whether he is a monster, giant, or some other kind of supernatural being. Therefore, this is still up for debate. Numerous interpretations and reimaginings have been made regarding Grendel's personality and place in the Beowulf story. Number 8. Nyan. A Nyan is a mythical beast in Chinese culture. Nyan inhabit the mountains or the ocean. The Chinese letter Nyan is more frequently used to denote year or new year. The Nyan is first mentioned in writing for the first time in the early 20th century. It is so uncertain if the Nyan monster is an actual component of conventional folklore or only a representation of a regional oral tradition that was written down in the early 20th century. One of the important characters in the Chinese New Year is Nian. It is the basis for various customs associated with the holiday, including donning red attire and making noise with drums and pyrotechnics. The Chinese lion dance is credited by some local folklore to the Nian. The custom has its roots in a legend about a Nyan attacking a village. The villagers talked about ways to get the Nyan to leave them alone after the attack. People decorated their windows and doorways with red lanterns and spring scrolls after learning that the beast was frightened of the color red. Number 7. Naga. The Nagas are a divine, or semi-divine, race of half-human, half-serpent creatures that live in the underworld Patala. They can occasionally assume human or partially human form, and this is how they are portrayed in art. The terms Nagi and Nagini refer to female Nagas. They are said to be the offspring of Kadru and the sage Kashyapa. Since at least 2,000 years ago, these mythical beings have been the subject of rituals all over South Asia. In Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, they are primarily represented in one of 3 ways: as fully human individuals with snakes on their heads and necks, as common serpents, or as half-human, half-snake beings. Hindu imagery frequently depicts the mythical serpent race, which frequently appears in the shape of cobras. The Nagas are depicted as a strong, magnificent, wonderful, and haughty semi-divine race that may take on human, partially human snake, or fully serpent physical forms. Their kingdom is located in Nagaloka or Patalaloka, the magical underworld with wealth, diamonds, and other earthly things. Number 6. Piasa bird. One of 2 murals painted by Native Americans on cliffsides above the Mississippi River is the Piasa or Piasa bird, a monster from Native American mythology. At present-day Alton, Illinois, It was originally situated at the end of a string of limestone bluffs in Madison County, Illinois. The original piazza picture is no longer in existence, but a newer 20th century rendition, which was partially inspired by sketches and lithographs from the 19th century, has been erected on a cliff near Alton, Illinois, several hundred yards upstream from where it first appeared. The painting needs to be routinely maintained because the limestone rock's qualities are unsuitable for holding an image. The Mississippi Lime Company quarried away the painting's original location, which was on lithographic limestone, in the late 1870s. Number 5. Menehune, Hawaii. A mythical race of dwarf people known as Menehune is claimed to exist in the Hawaiian Islands' deep forests and secluded valleys, hidden and far from human settlements. The Menehune are praised for their exceptional craftsmanship. They constructed dwellings, fish ponds, roads, canoes, and temples. There are still several of these buildings that Hawaiian tradition attributes to the Menehune. Before immigrants from Polynesia came in Hawaii many centuries ago, they are claimed to have resided there. Their preferred food is maya, banana, though they also enjoy fish. According to legend, the Menehune only emerge at night to construct masterpieces. However, if they are unable to finish their task before the end of the night, they will vacate the area. The only humans who can see the Menehune are their children and those who are related to them. Number 4. Griffin. Griffin is a mythical animal with the head, wings, and back legs of an eagle, the body, tail, and sometimes the front feet of a lion. By the Middle Ages, the griffin was thought to be a particularly strong and majestic animal because the lion was historically regarded as the king of the beasts and the eagle as the king of the birds. Since classical antiquity, griffins have been associated with protecting valuables and treasures. Although in some older drawings griffins have lions' forelegs, they typically have lions' hindquarters. Most statues of griffins show them with bird-like forelegs and talons. Number 3. Phoenix bird. The phoenix is an immortal bird with roots in Greek mythology that periodically regenerates or undergoes other forms of rebirth. A phoenix, which is associated with the sun, gains new life by emerging from the ruins of its demise. Others claim it just dies and decomposes before being reborn. Some traditions claim it dies in a display of flames and combustion. 1. The phoenix is designated motif B32 in the Motif Index of Folk Literature, a tool used by folklorists. Herodotus and other 19th century academics traced the phoenix's origin to ancient Egypt, while some researchers believe that Egyptian literature may have been inspired by classical folklore. Number 2. Dragon. A dragon is a mythical reptile creature that is present in the mythology of numerous cultures all over the world. Regions have very different views on dragons, but from the High Middle Ages, dragons have frequently been pictured in Western cultures as having wings, horns, and the ability to breathe fire. In Eastern cultures, dragons are typically portrayed as wingless, serpentine creatures with 4 legs and above-average intellect. The characteristics of dragons frequently combine elements of avian, reptile, and feline species. Huge extinct or migrating crocodiles are thought to be the most similar, especially when seen in marshy or forested environments, and are most likely the model for contemporary Oriental dragon images, according to scholars. Almost all cultures around the world have draconic creatures, and the oldest accounts of draconic creatures have huge snake-like features. Draconic animals are originally mentioned in ancient Near Eastern mythologies and can be found in Mesopotamian art and literature. Nearly all Indo-European and Near Eastern mythology have tales of storm gods fighting enormous serpents. Number 1. The scissor shark. Long before the dinosaurs, about 330 million years ago, there existed a shark unlike any other. When fossils first appeared in England and the US in the 19th century, Edestus was discovered. Since then, scientists have disagreed on the animal's feeding habits, notably why the so-called scissor shark possessed such peculiar teeth. Modern sharks have upper and lower crescents where their teeth grow. The 2 rows of snappers that Edestus had looked like pinking shears. No other species has had the trait before or afterward. Scientists have no information to work with, so discussions and ideas arose until a recent CT scan. That's it for today, guys. What did you think of the video? Please share with us in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon for more incredible videos.